Boker Tov, children of Yahuah and the truth. That means good morning in Hebrew. We are going to be reading, we are on part 15 of the action Besorah, Yahuah's redemptive story. Yes. Next to us. Okay. Defying the Philistines, based on Judges 15. Without a thought for his bride, his Asha, for his wedding, Samson returns to his parents' house. But as his anger cools, he thinks of his Asha waiting for him. I guess it really wasn't her fault. They forced her to tell the answer. I'll go talk to her. In the Philistine city, he goes straight to the home of his wife's father, his Asha's father. I've come to see my Asha. Your Asha? We thought you hated her. She married your best man. Here is her younger sister. She's even more beautiful. Do you want to marry her? No! I should have known better than to trust a Philistine. Whatever I do now, it's your fault. It's okay. Yeah.
Oh, she's married already.
The one he wanted is married already. On the way home, Samson goes through fields rich with ripened grain, fields and vineyards stolen from my people. I know how I can make the Philistines sorry for stealing my Asha, or stealing my wife. In no time, Samson sets foxes racing through the fields and vineyards with flaming torches tied to their tails. In a matter of minutes, the whole countryside is ablaze. In the city, the Philistines watch with terror as the sky glows red. Samson did this. He's getting even with his Asha's father and for letting her marry someone else. Her father should have known better than to trick Samson. Come on, let's give our countryman a taste of his own medicine. The angry Philistines set fire to the home of Samson's father-in-law, but they don't count on Samson's return. You killed my Asha? She was one of your own people. Someone had to be punished. Then it will be you. None of you Philistines deserve to live. Yeah. After killing the Philistines, Samson hides in a cave in Judah or Yehudah. The Philistine army follows him and demands that the tribe of Judah or Yehudah turn Samson over to them. The tribal leaders are powerless to refuse. It's you, they tell Samson, or every man, woman, and child in Yehudah. So Samson lets them tie him up. That should do it. The ropes are new and the knots are tight. Your capture will spare us the Philistines' wrath, Samson. Let's go. O Elohim, do not let your enemy defeat me. When the Philistines see Samson bound before them, they shout in rage and charge to kill him. I'm sorry, Samson, but this is the only way to protect Yasharal. Suddenly, the spirit of the Adonai gives Samson great power again. He bursts his ropes and grabs the jawbone of the donkey lying nearby on the ground. I've thought of another way. With deadly aim, Samson strikes down one Philistine soldier after another. Those who can escape run for their lives. Yep. When he is done, 1,000 Philistines lie dead around him. One man killed 1,000 with Yahuah's power. Then, yeah, I know. Then, weary and thirsty, Samson prays to Elohim. Adonai, you gave me the victory. Don't let me die of thirst now. Yahuah provides a stream of water to strengthen Samson. After this event, Samson serves as a leader and protector of Yasharal for 20 years. I know. A bad haircut, based on Judges 16:1 through 20. One evening, Samson visits the Philistine city of Gaza. What is your business in Gaza? I have come to see a friend. I just saw Samson entering a house down the street. How did he get in? Samson? I didn't recognize him. Never mind. Close the gate and we'll trap him in the city. Call out all the guards. Samson will never leave Gaza alive. Well, if Yahuah has anything to say about it, he will leave alive. I said, if Yahuah has anything to say about it, he will leave the city alive. The Philistines call out all the guards and lie in wait for Samson. I've never seen Samson. What is he like? Oh, he's like anyone else if you don't count the fact that he has hair like thick vines and the strength of 100 men. At midnight, Samson walks down the street and toward the gate. Lots of guards on duty tonight. They're probably not here to help me through the gate, so I'll help myself. Stop him! Don't let him get away! Yeah.
No one here. I'm just gonna help myself. Oh, it says no trespassing.
Lots of guards here, but I'll help myself. I'll get out. Yeah. Who can stop a man strong enough to carry the city gate? I tell you, his strength is not human. No, his strength comes from Yahuah.
In the back. What are you doing? I thought you were laying right here.
News of Samson's escape from Gaza spreads through the country. Rulers of Philistine cities are worried and call a meeting. Samson must be captured. Let's put all our armies together. I'm not risking my army on Samson. We've got to find another way. I love you too.
You want to give me a kiss?
Yeah, I have an idea.
Oh, I wish you had an idea. No, I know.
Love you.
Love everyone. Have a good day. Why'd you have to pull the computer so far?
My sound, yeah. Somebody said my sound was way better this way. Okay. We know Samson has more than mortal strength. If we can learn the source of that strength, do you think he's going to tell us what it is? Alright, so here's the first picture. He got the whole gate down. He was able to carry it with the strength of Yah in his hair. Do you think he's going to tell us what it is? No, but he'll tell the right person. I hear he's in love with Delilah. Delilah? She's a Philistine. Right, she'll get Samson to tell her his secret, then she'll tell us. Will she? What if she's in love with Samson? She's also in love with money. Come on, let's go see her. So the Philistine rulers visit Delilah. She is very beautiful. If you find out Samson's secret for us, we'll give you 1,000 pieces of silver each, payable when you deliver Samson into our hands. 1,100 times 5 equals, a lot of money. How can I refuse? This amount of money is a small fortune. If she can find out Samson's weaknesses, Delilah will be as rich as a modern millionaire. You're being bad. Go. For 5,000 pieces of silver, Delilah is willing to pretend she loves Samson. You're so strong, Samson. Is there anything that can't hold you? If I were tied with 7 leather straps, I'd be no stronger than any other man. On Samson's next visit, he falls asleep. Delilah ties him with 7 leather straps. This will hold him. Now how shall I spend the reward money? Samson, wake up! The Philistines are here! Samson tricked me. Samson tricked me. Why did you tie me up? Oh, just a girlish whim. I wanted to see if you were telling me the truth. Delilah keeps trying to learn the secret of Samson's strength. She binds him in different ways, but each time he breaks free at last. You don't love me. If you did, you would tell me your true weakness. Don't cry. I'll tell you my secret. When I was dedicated to Yahuah, a promise was made never to cut my hair. If I break that promise, Yahuah will take away my strength. I'll be as weak as any other man. At last, Delilah has the real secret. She calls the Philistines, and they plan to trap Samson that night. Have your chains ready and bring me the money you promised me. That evening, Samson calls on Delilah when he falls asleep. Now's your chance. I've never seen such long hair, but I still don't see how this will take his strength away. Samson, wake up! The Philistines are here! Love is blind. Love is blind. Samson wakes up, ready to defend himself, but my hair, it's gone! I have broken my promise, and now Yahuah has taken away my strength. You broke the leather straps, but let's see if you can break our chains now. Samson's strength is gone. Chained and under heavy guard, he is taken away. What will they do to him? Put out his eyes and throw him into prison. Our troubles with Samson are over. Here's your money, Delilah. You've earned it. 5,500 pieces of silver, all mine. While Delilah counts her money, Samson is led through the streets of Gaza, a captive in chains. Ha! The mighty judge of Yasharal is a weakling now. Bringing down the house, based on Judges 16:21-30. The Philistines carry out their threat to blind Samson. Then they chain him to a grindstone and make him grind grain in the prison of Gaza. But untouched by his captors, his hair begins to grow. Oh, Yahuah, give me one more chance to free my people from the slavery of the Philistines. Outside the prison walls, the Philistines prepare for a great festival to Dagon, their Elohim. Bring your gifts to Dagon, who delivered Samson into our hands. During the feast, what can we do to please the crowd? I have it. Bring Samson out and let the people have their fun with him. These people are pure evil. So Samson is brought out of the prison and led up the temple steps. Bring him up here so everyone can see what the mighty judge of Yasharal looks like now. Show us how you carried off the gates of Gaza. Let's see you tear apart a lion with your bare hands now. Now that Samson's hair has grown back, he hopes that Yahuah will restore his strength. Where are the pillars? I want to lean against them. Here, I'll put your hands on them. Run, boy, and don't stop until you're outside the temple. Oh, Yahuah, you blessed me with great strength once. I ignored your commands and lost your blessings. I deserve to die, but just let me take some Philistines with me. Using all his strength, Samson pushes against the pillars, and the giant temple to the heathen God, or Elohim, Dagon, crashes to the ground. Crushed beneath it are thousands of Philistines who had made slaves of Samson's people. Waboom! Samson has had great strength, but a weak character, yet Yahuah used him to help Yasharal anyway. Now Yahuah wants to show that he can also use someone who is physically helpless, but noble and faithful. Full of emunah. Full of faith. Ruth's Redeemer, based on Ruth. 3 women live in a foreign land. Naomi, and a Yasharalite, and her daughters-in-law, Ruth and Orpah, both Moabites. All the women in their family have died, and they are left penniless and in need. Leave me, I have nothing left. I am old. Your best hope is to find husbands who can take care of you. May the Adonai show you kindness as you have shown me. Ruth and Orpah protest. They don't want to leave the woman who had become a mother to them. The women weep as Orpah says goodbye. Ruth, go back with your sister-in-law. No, you are my mother. I will go where you go and stay where you stay. Your people will be my people. Your Elohim will become my Elohim. He will take care of us better than any husband. Yahuah has taken my husband and my sons. Though my name means sweet, and for a while my life was sweet, the name bitter better describes me now. Come, we will go back to Yasharal, where I have relatives who may help take care of us. Back in Yasharal. There is a law here that poor women can go to the fields and pick up any extra grain that the workers drop. I am too old to work in the field all day. Will you go so that we may have food? Of course, Mother. Ruth goes to a field owned by Boaz, a distant relative of Naomi's. She works hard there, gathering the unused grain. One day the owner arrives. How are the best workers in all Yasharal doing? The Adonai bless you and keep you. What an Elohimly owner, and the Adonai be with you. Boaz questions his foreman about progress on his fields. And are you taking care of the poor women? Yes, and there is a new widow, Ruth from Moab. She has been laboring hard for weeks to support her mother-in-law, Naomi. Naomi is one of my relatives. I have heard how kind you are to your mother-in-law. Glean in my field as much as you like, and may Yahuah reward and protect you. He does. Toda Rabbah, or thank you, for your kindness. At lunchtime, Boaz is impressed with Ruth's faith and wit, or Amunah and wit. Okay. When the meal is over and Ruth has gone back to work, drop some grain on purpose for her to pick up. Make sure no harm comes to her. Don't worry, Boaz. She will be safe and she'll find all the grain she needs. That evening, look at all the grain I got. Naomi, your Elohim is good to us. When my husband and sons died, I thought Yahuah had forgotten me. Now I know how much he loves me because he gave me a daughter-in-law who cares for me like a daughter. I met the owner of the field today. His name is Boaz, and he was very kind. Boaz? He is a relative of my husband's family. Yahuah bless him for being kind to you. All through the harvest season, Ruth gleans in Boaz's field and takes care of Naomi. One evening, Boaz has shown that he is kind to you. As a kinsman, he has the right to marry you. The harvest celebration is tonight. You should find a private moment at the party and then ask him if he, as your relative and redeemer, would want to marry and take care of you. Boaz is a Yali man, an Elohimly man. I'll do what you tell me. Ruth does everything exactly as Naomi describes. Yahuah is good and waits for Boaz at the threshing floor. Who's there? It's your servant, Ruth. Naomi told me to ask you, since you are a kinsman, would you be my redeemer? Would you marry me? You are too kind to me, Ruth. There is a man I must speak to before we can marry. Boaz protects Ruth until they can make their union official. Before Boaz and Ruth can marry, he has business at the city gate with a man who is eligible to inherit Naomi's property. You have the right to the land that belonged to Naomi's husband and to Ruth. If you want them, say so. If not, I will buy the estate and care for Ruth. I cannot do it. May Yahuah bless you, Boaz. The news of Ruth and Boaz's coming marriage spreads rapidly throughout all Bethlehem. At the wedding, there is feasting, music, and laughter. Are you happy, my dear? Happier than I have ever dreamed I could be. Yahuah has been good to me. With this marriage, both Ruth and Naomi are taken care of by Boaz. Later, when a son is born to Ruth, they proudly care for the child. I thank Yahuah for the day you left Moab to come with me to Bethlehem. He has taken my bitter life and made it sweet again. I thank Yahuah too, Naomi. He has made good come out of our sadness. He has honored us with a man who honors him, and how I have a beautiful baby. my son named Obed, which means servant, and my prayer is that Obed will serve Yahuah and his people. Ruth's prayer comes true, for her son will become the grandfather of David, or Dawid, Yasharal's greatest king, who will free his people from their enemies. Okay, that's the end of story time for today. I hope you guys all learned something new from this. And I love the scriptures, and I love that I am able to translate them very well for you guys. We still have a long ways to go, so there will be a lot more lessons to come for the children of Yahuah, and I hope a lot of you children will grow up to do things like this, to spread the word of Yah and to be good children of Elohim, and He will give you good things. He will bless you with good things. He will love you as much as you show your love for Him. I heard that in a video I watched the other day about praying with Elohim and not to Elohim. Like it said, does your prayer life kind of stink? And like they were explaining how to pray. And I was planning on doing a video with the true names in it, explaining how to pray productively in the right way. Praying like you're talking with someone that, like you feel their presence in the room first before you start praying. That's a very important step. It's a very important first step. When you sit in silence with your palms up or your palms out to pray to Elohim, and you sit in silence for as long as you need, and then you start praying. And the first thing you pray about is you pray for forgiveness for any sins you have done. Then the next thing you pray about is you pray for others, and then you share your fears and your wants and needs with Him. You share everything with Him, because He is our Abba. He is our Father. And you, at the end, you thank Him and you praise Him. I love you all, and I hope you guys learned some new stuff today. Shalom and blessings.